But she said, I myself am currently in this situation. About a year and a half ago, I found some clothed but nonetheless inappropriate boob pictures of my boyfriend's BFF on his phone from a trip they went, and I didn't. I was so upset, I gave him the ultimatum, her or me. He stopped talking to her for like a couple weeks, and throughout this entire year and a half, I've caught him still messaging with her more than 10 times. He has even lied to me so that he can go hang out with her, and I have come to find out days later. He feels it's unfair that he has to choose, yet if it were the other way around, he'd expect exactly what I'm asking for.
Was there nipple?
Are you serious?
Pictures? Like, is it cleavage or is it funny, like, cleavage pic, like, hey? Or is it, like, straight up boob shot?
So I'm assuming it's cleavage because she said, well, I'm sure if it was a nipple, we wouldn't even be having this conversation.
Right. I mean, hashtag is there a nipple? That's the big question.
I love how that's where your mind went. Because it's like, if it's just cleavage, I think it's fun. But
we have some debate there. I'm just thinking as, like, if I'm the defendant, you know, I'm just like, what's my case for this man? Because I'm just saying it's stacked up against them.
Well, I'm now curious about what do you think is the circumstances in which a female friend should send you a picture of her cleavage?
I mean, like, do you think this what do you think this rash is? I guess is like, hey, buddy, take a look at this rash. Is this normal? I don't know. That's probably the only.
I mean, I feel like she would have said that. You know what I mean?
Or bro, check out this crazy tan line. I don't know. Usually, yeah. This is the thing. If it's a man-woman dynamic, the woman understands how women think and they should know better. So if there's some boobage, I think she would be aware that, like, hey, this girlfriend would not appreciate this. If they're cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because to me, like, and I told her, I was like, wow, like, I think this situation is kind of crazy just because it's like, you know, I think you're allowed to, you know, in a relationship, like, you have to define what the boundaries are. I think there are some women who are like, yeah, you know, if you have that close of a relationship, like you said, like if you guys typically look at each other's rashes like that, then like, cool. But then I also think as a partner, you have to respect when your partner is like, nah, like I'm not cool with that. Like, and I think that for her to say it and acknowledge that she's uncomfortable, and then for you to say that you're gonna do something and then you lie, like, to me, like, that just tells me a lot about you.
Yes.
And that, because my thing is that, like, if you feel like it's unfair, then it's one of those things where you have to decide, like, all right, like, if I really feel like having this open of a relationship is important to me with this female friend, and it's making my girlfriend uncomfortable, then maybe this isn't the person that I should be dating.
That's very true. That's very true. That's the big thing, is that you have to back up what you say. The minute you don't back up what you say is you're lying. You're hiding stuff.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter how big or small, you're still lying to your partner and hiding it. Maybe they aren't hooking up. Maybe they are just like hanging out, getting dinner. It's still wrong because you said, I'm not going to talk to her anymore, and you still did behind her back and lied to her.
And she's found it. She said she's caught him messaging her more than 10 times, and he's lied to hang out. Like, it just, like, this kind of...
That's done.
Yeah.
That's done. Because, I've been in this situation multiple times. And one particular situation was an ultimatum. It's either me or her. And a lot of crazy stuff happened in the mix of that. It was bad. But ultimately, I chose the girlfriend. Now, I made it a point to never actually going behind her back. If I was, because the thing is, the other girl was a very close friend of mine. So I'm going to naturally miss her. And I did want to catch up at one point because she is a friend and she's special to me. But I had that open communication of, like, I sat her down and be like, hey, I haven't talked to her this whole time, but how would you feel if I say we got lunch or something and caught up? That's it. Well, how do you feel if we got lunch and caught up? Of course, she wasn't okay with that, but it's in.
But at least you were being open and respectful, because, like, with that situation, the one that the person submitted, like, that just shows blatant disrespect. Like,
that's blatant disrespect.
Yeah, like, he doesn't care about how you feel about things. And here's the thing, like, he's entitled to feel like maybe that's overbearing, but he's not entitled to disrespect you. He's entitled to bring up that maybe it's like, all right, this is too much for me, I can't handle it. But like, he's not entitled to disrespect you.
Right, and that can't be multiple occasions. If you catch him in the act of that, then you guys have to he has to then like just be open and be like, look, I can't do it.
Yeah.
Like, I have to have this person in my life, even if it's just like a friend thing, because that's real. I mean, you connect with people in ways, and it's real. I mean, and you have to just have that honest conversation of like, if I need to talk to her, and you're saying I can't talk to her at all. I don't know is there a nipple is my big thing.
My
it's like,
God.
is there a nipple? Because then maybe we could have a conversation. Because ultimately, I feel like that, I hope for the best for them, but I feel like it's meant for failure, because there's a lot of insecurity on that other side as well, because there's always going to be that boo pick. I mean, she seems cool, but maybe they're like, now, how is she going to, if she wasn't insecure before, how is she going to be now?
Well, yeah, and then it's also like, I don't know, I'm like, these are things that you should kind of, I don't know what would be the best way to talk about up front, but like, if you're like, hey, you know, I have this friend and we're like really close, like to the point where like we literally send each other almost like naked photos. Like, are you, like, I just feel like the person has a right to know that before they kind of invest emotions in you.
Right.
Because then that gives them the ability to say like, okay, like, let me think about this. I think I can handle this. But also at the same time, like, if they're not okay with it, it's still your responsibility to try and figure out how to assuage those feelings, whether that's saying, oh, you know, well, I have to be friends with this person and our relationship has to be like this.
Right.
Or like, okay, like I'm going to listen to you, I'm going to respect you, I'm going to pull back.
Yeah. And that's the thing, man. I think early in the relationship, like it's a lot of, it could be a lot of different sides of like, the partner may want to be cool about stuff. Like ultimately, like it's still a honeymoon phase. You want that person to like you. You're like, yeah, I'm cool with it. Yeah, you guys send each other tit pic. Yeah, it's fine. But really, ultimately, wholeheartedly, you know you're not cool with it. And then it takes some time to like, before the bubble bursts and it's like, yo, I can't do this. And then it's like to a point on the other side with the person with that attractive friend of like, well, you've been cool with this. You know, now we got to switch things up. But it's just like that other guy where he has to open up and have that communication. But what does that conversation lead to? But I think that's another issue.
Well, yeah, I just think that it's important because at the end of the day, like, again, like you should, whether or not it's hard, like it's always going to be a hard conversation.
Yeah.
But you want to make sure that someone's respecting you.
Yes.
And someone that's lying to you, like that just tells me that like in that situation for me, I'm like, I would never be able to trust if you said that there wasn't more going on between you two, because I've caught you on multiple occasions like talking to this person that you told me that you weren't going to speak to. So it's like it now then makes me feel like I can't believe anything that you say. So it's like, you know, again, like in that situation, I'm like, I would almost rather you say, I cannot, like, I have to be with this person and have this relationship with that person than to lie to me. Because then at that point, like, it's just like, there's not even a point in dating because, like, the trust it's beginning to erode.